Hello friends, in this series of video we are solving the LeetCode's top 50 interview problems based on SQL, and we have already solved 12 problems, and today it is time to solve the 13th problem, which is managers with at least 5 direct reports. So let's see what the problem is. Till now we have always solved the easy problem, so let's see what medium problem is. So we have a table employee which has the following schema. We have the ID of the employee, we have the name of the employee, we have the department of the employee, and we have the manager ID of the employee. We need to find the solution to find the managers who have at least 5 direct reports. Return the table in any order. Yeah. So let me try to put this up in my OneNote so that I can help you explain the problem. Yeah. So this is what we have. So we have only one table over here. We need to now managers with 5 reports, managers with 5 juniors. Basically we can see that managers with at least 5 juniors, right? So in this problem it is very much clear. We only have one table employee, and let's say we have for employee ID 1, no one is the manager because he is himself the manager, right? But for ID 2, ID 3, ID 4, ID 4 and ID 5, 6, all of them have a common manager, which is John, right? So we just need to output the manager name. That is so simple, right? Now you will be wondering that we do not have any other table. So yeah, how will we find out? So we need to do self join, right? We need to do a self join. Now on what basis you will do a self join? So what we will do, we'll check that the manager ID of a person is equal to my employee ID, right? Is not equal to my employee ID, and then I'll have a count, right? So I will use a having clause. So this problem is pretty much simple. Let's directly jump on to the query terminal. I'll just try to explain you over there. So what we need, we'll find out later what attributes we need, but yeah, I am sure that I need to join the self join table, right? So I will alias it as e1 and e2. Now what should be my joining condition? So it should be my employee's id is not equal to my, he is not a manager, right? So let's say by this what I am saying is, see, let's say for 102, if I need an output, right? If I'm joining this table with itself, so let's say for example, if I keep this table just beside it, right? Yeah, something like this. Um, yeah, probably it is messed up bit. Let's try to print it somewhere else. Yeah. So let's say if I join these two table, what would be the joining condition, right? So let's say for 101, what all records I want, right? If I join 101, I need all of these, right? 101 should be mapped to 102, 101 should be mapped to 103, 101 should be mapped to 104, and 101 should be mapped to 105. Why? Because the manager ID, so if my current ID is equal to my manager ID, then I need a mapping. So I just need to update this condition. Sorry, equal to e2 dot manager ID, and what I need to fetch is e1 dot name. Employee's name I need to fetch it, but I need only those who have manager who have greater than 5 employees, right, under them, at least greater than or equal to 5 employees. So let's try to run this problem, run this solution. Yeah, so LeetCode just takes some time, but so this is the simplest solution which we can have, right? So what I did is, let's say if you are still not getting the problem, let me try to help you out here. So how we'll solve this problem? See, what I need is, let's say I have this table. I would name this table E1 and this is E2, right? Now, what all records I need to pull up, right? I need that for 101, for each record in this, I need a mapping only when my manager ID is equal to my current employee ID, right? So 101 should be mapped to 102, 101 should be mapped to 103, 101 should be mapped to 104. See, since there are less records in this table, now we are getting confused that how it is working out, right? So let's say if I had some 107 and JK, department is B, and he had some different senior which is 102. That is perfectly possible, right? So now in my 107, so 107 as a manager of 102, right? So now 10 in whenever I try to map it, right, whenever here also the same record would be present because those are the same table, 107b and 102, right? So now 10 in my mapping, so 102 has also some junior, right, named 107. So that's what I want. So let's say if I try to represent it using a hash map or a tree, so 101 should be mapped to 102, 103 because all of these are juniors, right? And I need to find a manager who has at least 5 juniors, right? At least 5 juniors. So that's how you need to simplify it, right? So how where comes the self join came into picture? Because I need a mapping, right? I need to have a separate mapping of a manager ID and a employee ID, right? So that's how I came up with this solution. And see, this is the simplest solution which we can have. In case if you have any other solutions, comment it down. Apart from that, do not forget to like and subscribe the channel. In case if you have any doubts, comment it down. I'll try to explain the problem again in a more intuitive way. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe the channel.